That's a mess. Hi, everybody. There's 200 in here, so hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We had a giggle beforehand. I got some remnants. Hang on.
One of those guys.
I have this. Okay. I'm gonna do a commercial for Febreze right now. I got this sitting here because I had some sage and I burnt a little bit the first time I got it, and then walked around the house like Smoky Mountain or something, and then I burned some today. The whole room smells like marijuana, so it's like I gotta cover this up.
So you don't like the smell?
Sure, you did.
I do not like the smell at all, but I'm gonna use it anyway because I bought it. But
where's our little names under us, under our pictures?
You can't see my shirt if the name is there.
Oh.
But this the names are in the way when Becca has to do her thing.
Sorry.
Okay.
She brings the camera down.
Well, for new subscribers, Johnny from Tara's Apprentice, Becca from House of Lenormand. Oops, I gotta go this way. Lori from The Way of Positive Change, our special guest of the night.
Thank you.
I was gonna put y'all's thing down and I forgot.
If y'all haven't seen, Lori just did her first live stream last week. Go check it out. Last Thursday, was it, or Wednesday? I forget.
Tuesday.
Tuesday
or Wednesday. I don't know. Thank you.
Thank you, Cappy's mom. She just said she just got this shirt.
Okay, you can take the names down now if you want.
I'll leave until we start, till Becca comes down, and then we'll take them off and put them back on.
Sorry, I'm the problem child, man.
That would be our mascot, Artie. The problem child.
So the name thing will come off?
If I take it off, we'll leave it there.
Okay.
We'll give it 3 more minutes for some more people to come in, and we'll get started. I put the link in the chat. If y'all want to buy a shirt, you can. If not, you don't have to. And I shuffle over here. I try not to on other people's channels, but this is mine, so hopefully y'all don't mind. If you do, I don't know what to tell you.
I wave the red-blooded Jesus prayer handkerchief. If you mind, go to another channel.
Yes.
It's the towel, people. It's not the red-blooded Jesus.
And I don't weep for Lindsay, so if you got a problem with that, go somewhere else too. I'm just saying.
Lord.
Lady G to you.
No, that is not Lady G to me. If I ever paid for it, it wouldn't be that one.
Oh my God, who was the guy you read on today? Oh my gosh, that was a brilliant reading.
Pastor Keys, I think his name was.
Chris Keys.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what a mess. Like, even before you got there, I was like, this man went to the hotel to have sex with somebody he shouldn't have been. He got caught. So he made up this whole freaking...
I got kidnapped. Okay. Is that what you call it now?
A brilliant reading. You guys watch that one too after this.
Uh-huh.
And Cohen has a picture of one of the religious leaders. It's either Graham. No, it's the other one. It's the one that leads the Liberty University. Who's that?
Oh, yeah, Jerry Falwell with the pool boy.
He's got a picture of him.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we'll see that when his book comes out. Let's get petty with everybody.
Now, Bolton's book comes out next month, right? Or at the end of
supposed to be late June, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
This month?
I thought so. June 20 something or something like that. Let's start there. We'll start now. We'll start with Bolton's book and see what kind of impact will it have when it does come out.
Okay.
Will it affect Trump?
Mm-hmm. Because I did a reading on it to see what would be in it, and it just kind of looks like it details his experience in the White House. So it's not really juicy. Like Michael Cohen. But Tom Bolton, he may have a couple of petty bones in him. We'll see.
The Scorpio's got to have some winner in there somewhere, right?
The White House is still saying it contains confidential information. So, wah.
We'll see.
Bolton.
What kind of impact is it going to have?
There it is. I told you before we started, this would be the card of the night.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I shuffle. Anxiety. I was shuffling and it came up like 3 times on the bottom. Oh, here comes our mascot.
My little party, my little menace,
The menace.
little Dennis the menace over there.
He's wild tonight.
Did we get into the kitty nip?
He got into something. I'm not sure what, but he's been posting links around all afternoon.
Oh, Artie, you're such a character.
What you getting, Johnny?
Well, something very strange. I think somebody, don't know who, and it might just be coincidence. There might be a resignation by someone with the 4 of Swords. 8 of Cups comes up. There's the Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands. He may detail someone he was talking to, and that person may hit the bricks. 9 of Wands and the 9 of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. He had a collaboration with somebody that still works there. When this book comes out, this person may hit the road, because I think they kind of collaborated on talking about some things. And it may not be like, he's implicated, but still, I think there might be a resignation of someone in the administration. Not Trump, but someone that he knew.
Yeah, what are you getting, Lori?
There will be emotion, and there will be papers that he's going to talk about. He's also going to talk about how he tried to help control Trump's emotion and his wanting to use his club to have power and push people to do what he wanted. And there will be something about Russia. And I get the same thing that Johnny gets. Somebody will leave as a result of the impact of this book.
Yeah, I get there's not only something about Russia, he changed something. He did a big change on something about Russia and how they manipulated things. And the devil at the root of this, some obstacle that Russia put in place. He changed it for the White House, but somebody's going to get isolated over this book, and I think it's a woman.
I always got a woman with him, and it's always the Queen of Wands too, but it's always get a woman with him in that darn book.
What's Miss Becca got?
Can I bring you all down?
Yeah, get rid of her name, Johnny.
Oh, no, I don't. It's right there. See? Okay, so I have the fox, the bouquet, the mountain, the sun, and the birds. He's going to be talking here about the investigations or the fraud that took place to withhold aid. Here's the gifts that were being blocked and bringing an illumination to the people that were in that meeting. There's decisions that were made. Here's multiple investigations here for the elections to burden and cause pain and suffering, and also decisions and stuff that he was blocked out of and he was not allowed into. And then, but mostly I'm getting that he's going to be talking about a kid, 2 kids, because we got the birds. This is usually a pair. He's going to be talking about 2 of the kids that may have been in the administration. There's a woman here and a woman here. This one would be more like a younger woman, long blonde hair. So this could be like your Ivanka, and then there's another one here, but he's talking about 2 kids in the administration. Suspicious gifts here with them as well, gifts in their career. So this could be career in fashion industry, clothing, hair, makeup, stuff like that, cosmetics. So this one is looking more like Ivanka. There's another woman here that creates obstacles, or she's blocked in one way, shape, or form. But it looks like he's going to be talking about what happened in an area that's closed off, ending investigations for manipulating for the what do you call it? The elections here, but he's going to be blowing the whistle on the kids. I always get that he blows the whistle on the kids for some reason.
Thank you, Knowledge. He knows all their business.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, not that he would be in a position to even know it, but he's a nosy type person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he likes to have power over people, even Donald Trump. And if you're going to have power with somebody, why not him? Okay, well, speaking of power and powerless, let's look at his health, why don't we?
We're going there already?
Yes, we might as well.
All right.
Because he's drinking his water with two hands, and his left hand, he was almost like pushing it up, like it was weird, like his left hand was weird.
We're looking at Trump's health right now?
Yeah, at the commencement speech thing, when he came down the ramp, he was like, he was tweeting about it. There was no handrail and it was slippery. On a bright sunny day, it was slippery.
I have a tweet from him. I'm going to read the tweets. And his slight defense that makes me know.
Ew, that's gross.
When I watched the video of him walking down, it does look like he was just trying to be careful. What he said is the ramp that I descended after. Okay. I can't read it that way. The ramp that I descended after. That just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, the ramp that I descended after my commencement speech was long and very steep, had no handrail, and most importantly, was very slippery. The last thing I was going to do is fall, in quotation marks, for the fake news to have fun with. Final 10 feet, I ran down to level ground. Momentum, with the exclamation point.
Yeah, like running into the bunker. Momentum.
Thank you, Sharon. Oh, mercy.
That was trending on Twitter yesterday. Trump in his adult diapers running down the ramp.
I got that Twitter thing you sent me earlier, Jenny, with the voiceover from the guy that does the BBC show from the animals. That was hilarious. It was so funny.
That was on Twitter.
Let's see.
He needs a chiropractor.
It's something. Okay, here's what I get. I start with this. This is means that I need to look into the blood. So I got something in the blood. The very first card I get is about dietary changes. This is something probably high blood pressure and so forth. Hypertension leads to stroke. Stroke leads to this to that. Everything in your body's connected, that type of thing. So he has a dietary change that needs to happen. This is my card for the skull, and this is my card for in the bone. So with those all together, there is something in his blood, like cholesterol or something of it. Thank you, Catherine. That leads him to like a blood sugar thing, like diabetic. He is diabetic. There's no way he can't be. He's diabetic in hypertension and something else, but it's all in the blood. So I didn't pick up any drugs or anything, but I didn't look at that. But he definitely was suffering from those. Let me look again here.
Yeah, his emotions are running high, but he's also having circulatory issues. That's circulatory for me.
That's what I want.
It's affecting his brain, so they may be afraid he's going to stroke out here. I'm getting that he needs to be isolated, so I'm going to say he's got the bug, or he's been exposed to it enough that they think he should be isolated. I'm still getting he's got the bad back. He's got stomach issues. He's got colon issues. Something's not balanced in his blood, so probably high cholesterol. Yeah, he's definitely, there's another colon card. He's got issues in the colon. But I get he's got like a heart doctor or someone that's watching him. He thinks he's young and virile.
Yeah, I got that too.
He thinks he's young and virile. He's not strong and cloudy thinking, bad back and cloudy thinking. So his his thinking process is changing. It's in the process of getting worse. He's taking too much stuff, abundance of things, too many pills, or snorting too many.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Lori?
Well, he's losing his power. The magician's on its side. So we're going to hear more speech things go on with him. But he's got addictions that continue, and they're leading to, I think, electrical and cardiovascular problems. That's what I get. He's going to keep saying there's nothing wrong with me, but that's not true. He's got patterns that he just keeps repeating, and they're taking their toll. It's happening.
Uh-oh, Becca got the book out.
Uh-oh. Who's going to throw the health book at him?
Yeah. Okay. It's coming in. So he's got a female doctor around him somewhere that's helping him out. There's something suspicious going on here with his health, quite possibly also to do with his legs. This here would be something like having literally the runs, because he's got intestinal issues here with the snake. Intestines, colon, that sort of stuff, but it's burdened here. And whatever it is that he has spreads. This is also the skin. So I don't know if this guy is taking something perhaps for his skin that's causing him intestinal issues or what. Because this is colon, intestines. This is like having the runs and the legs. This could also be something in regards to something that he's taking injections for with the scythe, the key, and the stars. He may be taking injections for something. Also with the scythe knighting over here to the writer, this would be something that like a broken leg, a broken foot, a broken toe, anything to do with the lower extremities of the leg. Something that is undetected right now. But he's got a female doctor around him, but I'm seeing burdens around the intestinal area and colon. Something wrong with his legs and something that's spreading, and also in the skin as well. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting heart or blood on mine. I'm just getting colon.
Wow.
Intestines.
If you get cholesterol, that's heart and blood.
Mm-hmm.
He's got, but what is it that would make him weak? I know that having minor strokes or little strokes or whatever you want to call it, which he probably has, that will do it. But there's something internal, because I get the strength and the Two of Swords with the Page of Swords. There's something internal that also is making him weak.
Could be heart failure that weakens you.
Yeah.
Because he's having issues with mobility. He's having motor issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, there you go.
The last thing I got was that we're going to hear something else very quickly.
We all got the Page of Swords. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Very fast.
He never did go for part 2 of his physical that we know of, that he started in November.
Well, let's linger a bit and see what is this Page of Swords. All 3 of us got it.
Oh, we did. There's 4 of us.
Well, I don't.
Not Tara. Okay. Okay.
I can count, Lori.
I know. Wait a second. Okay.
So why did we get this? Like, what are we about to learn?
What are we about to learn about his health?
Like, is he going downhill? Is he gonna what? Is he gonna step aside? Fingers crossed.
I just heard crumbling, like he's just crumbling.
I think he is fading, but
Well, we got every bad card there is.
Yeah.
He might be needing surgery. He might be going under the knife.
Yep, that's what I got too with the scythe, Jenny.
That's right. Yeah.
Something that requires an adjustment or a cut.
That's about as under the knife as you can get.
Wow.
Under the sword.
Oh, I just got the same thing.
Yeah. I pulled 3 cards. I'm gonna pull some runes too. See what they say.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. He needs a drug test, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
They're doing blood work on him. I got my blood work card.
I got it too, Jen.
Definitely something going on in the blood system and circulatory, and it comes from, I think, from partying too much. It's affecting his circulation. He may need surgery. But he's also got the lovers and the devil. So this is addictions, and this could be something sexual also, like a venereal disease.
Mm-hmm.
or syphilis or what is
Neurosyphilis?
it? Affects the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have all the mercy.
And there's my colon card again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Deborah. Lori, what you get?
I got that he has to take a little time out of his schedule because he's been dumb and took risks with his health, with his habits, and possibly a procedure at a building.
Becca, what you get?
I'm getting that there's something that is suspicious or undetected that shows a pattern of abuse that is secret in regards to something that's pleasurable that will be coming to light. This could be pleasurable sex with these two, but it's hidden. It's not known right now, but there's something here. It could also be abusing drugs here as well, because here's a prescription. Something that is written for a gift. So there may be something around his prescriptions that gets illuminated. There's some blockage here as well that causes confusion, but then there's a change and then something, a test or a result for his colon. Again, his colon, his intestines here. Something suspicious in the intestines, some sort of a report that has to do with something that shows a pattern, or something that's addictive. This right here would be more like marijuana, but he doesn't smoke marijuana, not that I know of. Or something that could be smoked or medication that
Snorted
causes confusion, But I'm kind of getting the same thing. It's almost like if this is sex, the whip here, it's not detected. It's unknown here and here. So, something that was undetected or perhaps untreated, but also abusing drugs as well.
So I get the devil and the star. Oh, thank you, Summer. And then the death card. Now, there is something, the star is about healing. It should be. But when you couple it with the devil, there's something wrong with his health. There's something wrong with the outlook of his health, and there might be an emergency because the death is sometimes death in transition. Hagalos, this is sickness. It means hail, but it means sickness and suffering. This is man, so this would be like your man card or your male card if you have the kipper, whatever it is. Now fits, this is emergency. So this is why I think that there might be some sort of, this is what that page is sort of saying, is that there might be some sort of bad news or emergency on the horizon. So this is something we may hear of, because I don't think that they can hide the fact that they have to rush him somewhere like they did the last time. when he had an emergency, but everything was okay. He was just doing a minor checkup or whatever it was at 2:00 in the morning or whatever it was. So,
because now we got thousands of protesters outside the White House that are going to see if they take him out.
yeah, unless you went down to the bunker and got you some heart procedure, but other than that, we're going to see you, and it's going to be an emergency, and it might just make the news.
Yeah, what he's doing, what he is ingesting or taking to the Adderall or whatever, that can hurt his colon. But I want to know, can we ask one more question? Can we ask if there's any foul play involved?
Yes.
Purely for entertainment purposes only.
Purely for entertainment purposes.
If he's being sabotaged in some way?
Yeah.
If somebody laces his hamburgers in the bunker.
Or like the come up in Vegas read something about his prescriptions. He doesn't know what that is. I mean, pretty much unless you are some sort of pharmacist or some sort of scientist, none of us know what that stuff is. It's just white little tablets that can turn into powder. That's all we really know about them. Then you take it for your heart, and then next thing you know, your foot won't stop itching. So it's always something in there we don't really know about.
There was a huge hamburger recall.
There was, yes. Hamburger meat, I think. That is true.
Hamburger meat. Grandma. Was there any foul play?
I'm going to do rooms on this too. Can you do your mat, or do you have to be like drawn to do the mat?
No, I can do it. I can do it,
It
honey.
would be interesting to see what that says.
Okay, can I throw this out there real quick?
Okay.
So I got the storks, the tree, which is his health, his physical health, and then the birds. It's ending in two neutrals, but it's starting here with the positive. A change to his health is going to be discussed, and that's going to be gossip or talked about. Okay. So it's kind of looking like a yes, because there's something's being changed here. So they're either slipping him stuff or changing stuff on him.
Yeah.
Well,
I start with the tower and someone moving into action. They're trying to bring balance to his work because he's unbalanced. He's hanging on as the emperor. And yeah, I would say with the devil that there is some foul play, trying to get him to leave, trying to get him to go. Somebody was paid well for that too.
how do you want me to ask this, Johnny?
Is there a plot? Because I just drew a rune, and that's what that means. This is plotting.
Is there a plot on Mango's health?
Yeah. What you get, Lori?
I think there is talk and somehow a way to take him down or hurt him or stab him in the back or hurt him in some way.
Lord Jesus.
And it could very well be a pill because of the ace of pentacles. But there's only one way to take that. I mean, how else are you going to take that? And with you getting the devil card,
And that's stabbed in the back too.
So let's ask while Becca does that. Let's ask who's doing.
Let me show you what I got, and because I think it. Thank you, Impish. I got the 4 swords, so here it's being laid up and laid out, but it is somebody close with the King of Wands. I always call that my helper king, and then the 2 of Cups. Someone in cooperation, someone in line step with him. Someone who sees the bigger picture here with the world, and the Ace of Wands. Someone who, this is my card for like weapons and things. Mm-hmm. Someone who is able to take that. This is also, radio is about transportation, movement. It's also delusion. And Isa is ice or frozen or plotting in ambush. And yeah. It's somebody close. I don't know exactly who, but I get my somebody close inside. But I don't know if it's not a pence or nothing, but
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, is it family or is it somebody else? What are you getting, Becca, with your charms?
So I'm getting at the very top of the chart here, I got the chair. It's between the cross, which is something that's faded, and the letter G. So something that's faded, a person, a place, or a thing with the letter G. Someone is sitting down and taking a time out on this. The ship is kind of close to the J, the K, and the castle. Either a person, a place, or a thing with the J, a person, a place, a thing with a K. The castle is public building, so it's somebody that's in the government that's looking to move him away. Here, travel. But this is slow journey. This is not quick. This is slow. I got the camel between the M and the N. And then there's the cherries on the cherries. The cherries is 2. So quite possibly 2 people with M's and N's in their name. These people they have been persistent with this. Very, very persistent to reach their goal. And there's a treasure trove here also of stuff that's been kind of kept secret with those people. Also, I have the tower between the letters W and X. So a person, a place, or a thing with the letters W and X. There's an abundance or a lot of people that are manipulating here with the monkey. And there's been conversations about this. I got the bird on the number 10. So that's 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. Could be October. That people, there's like a plot around people that are looking to manipulate, but I'm getting the letters G, J, K, M, N, W, X. I don't know what that means. And someone that has been very intelligent and plotting around his heart, quite possibly literally his heart.
Can you read the letters again?
G, the letter G as in golf, J, K, M, N, W, X.
I'd like to buy an F. No, I'm just kidding.
It seems, I mean, one of these roads got to point back to a doctor somewhere, but somebody's got money to do this too.
Uh-huh.
But this can't be a single man operation either.
Nope, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, quite possibly 7 people if I read every single letter individually, but then I got the cherries on the cherries.
I don't know who the G is. J could be Jared. M could be Mike, either Mike Meadows or Mike Pence or Pompeo.
Or these could just be staffers, people we've never heard of.
Yeah,
people close.
It could be William Barr.
They're government. They work in government public offices, and the tower is government public offices, public buildings. That's between the letter W and the letter X. So it might be an institution with the letter W. I don't know.
Lord Jesus.
Mm-mm. There's Artie agrees.
Artie wants to buy a vowel.
There's mischief afoot.
So,
wow.
Who did you? Are you still polling on who it was, Jen?
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get more on who it is.
I'm gonna try to pull some cards on that too, if y'all don't mind.
Who is it?
Yeah, who it is. I got what, 7 letters? And my last reading ended with the birds. That's 7 to 12 people that were talking about it.
It's somebody he thinks he's like-minded with.
Yeah, somebody trusts.
There's a woman and there's a man, and when these come up together in readings, like it can be the beloveds, it could be
that's bad.
Say it, Johnny. Come on, Johnny.
the lovers, a woman and a man, and then we have confusion.
I mean, is it just coincidence that he's having health issues and somebody wants to renegotiate their prenup at the same time?
Oh, I got the N, didn't I? Didn't I get the M?
Yeah, you had the M.
M and N, G, W. So maybe White House staff, Melania. I got JK.
Let me ask if it is Melania tampering with his meds.
Oh, Lord.
Well, she doesn't even live there, does she?
No, she doesn't need to.
My anxiety card just fell out again.
Naturally. Oh, mercy. I can't with these people. Oh.
I get a man on the bottom messing with his meds, because pinnacles are like pills to me.
He has a male doctor. I mean, not that he did it, but, I'm just saying.
I'm getting that it's a woman.
Get a woman.
That has hopes and dreams and aspirations of running away or moving forward in her life. But she may also be a celebrity of some sort.
Like a model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she wants to transition away. This is manipulating something, manipulating a pill through a man.
Maybe she renegotiated her prenup to where she gets more of he kicks the bucket.
We should look at her prenup changes.
Yeah, we got to.
We got to look at her prenup changes that she did before she went into this gig.
I want to know why first, and then we'll look. What did you get, Lori?
It's definitely someone he thinks is helping him. But he's getting too much of something that takes him off balance. And then there's the, I got you again.
I got it this time, too. Mine's a little more graphic, but
yours looks like the death card and the Ten of Swords.
But it's coupled with some sort of celebration, someone he celebrates with. I get a rich woman with the 9 of Pentacles, and then there is the High Priest, which is the Hierophant in this deck. So someone connected to the government or connected to, I didn't want to, because I don't want to just keep assuming it's Melania, but when I get these two together, this is a marriage of some sort, because this is the Hierophant, which is churches, and then this is celebration, which is a wedding. So then there is the regret and sorrow and confusion. So something happens and then we all don't know what happened. And then I get here with Ahas, I always say it wrong. This is hired help, but it's also endings and death. And then I have Ansus, which is misunderstandings and bad communication, sacrifice. And then Pertho, which is female. This is woman. This is femininity. Yeah. What you got something?
I just pulled one card to get a yes, no, if what's her face is messing with his meds, and I got the clover. This is a little bit. It's a little bit of luck. It's a yes, but it means
somebody's putting their own to it. If it's her.
But I got 7 people, so I don't think it's just her.
No.
It's not just her.
It's a staff.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the other day at that photo op, you could see him mouthing to her, smile. She was like, like immediately went into her.
She was like this. Like she looked constipated. It's like girlfriend.
Oh my God. You know what? Okay, never mind.
What?
Well, let me ask you and then you tell me. Would you consider this display that they're having right now between the two of them issues in their relationship?
Yeah.
I thought about your thing about them having a fight, and it's like, how would we know about it? Well, him
That's what I was
turning
thinking.
to her and saying, smile, smile, and she's like,
And
because mind you, this renegotiation is still just rumor because it was in somebody's book, but I believe it.
I believe it.
she had the power. Once he said, grab him by the arty.
And every time they're out in public and he goes to hold her hand, you can see where she pulls it away and slaps it away.
Slaps it.
Yeah, like slaps it away. Mhm.
Oh Lord. So
I'm grabbing my water, which is just off camera. I forgot to bring over.
So let's look. I want to see why first. Why did she renegotiate her? This is like as the world turns right now. Why did she? Why did she renegotiate her prenup? And then let's see what she renegotiated.
Why did Melania renegotiate her prenup?
Yeah, he never took care of Tiffany, the middle child. So.
And then she's got those other vultures around, Ivanka and Eric and all them other ones. So,
and Melania has some kidney issues, so that's public knowledge. So if she's trying to make sure Barron is taken care of,
that's what somebody said. Is this was all for Barron?
Yeah,
I'm buying
in case she's not around.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with like a little villa in France somewhere too, but
she's being practical. She's being the practical queen.
Let's see. Why? Oh, why?
She's gonna pull out another green jacket and make
Put another message on now. What you get, Lori? Are you finished?
I think she's threatening that if you think she's going to run again, she's out. She does not want to stay there, and they're having to pay her more money. She wants out. She wants out.
Thank you, Janie, and thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. I missed you earlier. Okay, so I get 4 of Pentacles and the boy. What's his name? Barron. So there is something that she is trying to secure for a future and emotions and blah, 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 right? And then there's Justice and Wheel of Fortune. Something is running out, and their time is running out on something, and therefore something legal has to be put into place. The love part is over. So it's if there ever was any, and so this is a strategy to either get out with something or to have something once it is over for sure. But the tower is a sudden thing, so it'll be sudden for us because you'll hear, oh my God, they got divorced. But we've seen this coming because, we got cards and things. And so there is, it's coming to an end. But this is a plan that was happening all along. Thank you, Adrian. With the Hierophant. So there is a certain belief system that she adhered to that, make sure you get yours. And I can't stand her, but I appreciate what she's doing. So, yeah, she wanted to make sure she was all right because she knows this is coming to an end.
Yeah, I guess she was planning on trying to renegotiate it, was just waiting on the right time. And when he got caught, with his comment grabbing women by the arty, as I put it, and the illumination on what he was doing while she was at home with his newborn son and all that, she went into bully mode. She bullied him right back. And it's because he was going into the government. So she had the upper hand. She put him in defense mode, and there's this is a card for me that is about sex organs and stuff too, and health readings. So I think that she knew like there might be a chance he's going to bring something home from messing around with something you don't want from messing around with too many women. He may have given her something.
Thanks, Tawana. What you get, Becca?
Okay, so I'm getting it kind of like put her and the family in the spotlight, and perhaps she was lied and betrayed, but she was lied and betrayed here by a woman whose name may start with an S, who was bad weather. And the only reason I'm saying a woman is because the snake is the queen of clubs. So this could be Stormy Daniels, a woman with the letter S, that's bad weather. There's another one here that this one here looks more like there was an emotional affair because of this. You got the moon over the bouquet and then the heart right here. This could also be in reference to a woman whose career was perhaps as a model of some sort. But this one here looks more emotional because there's an emotional betrayal here. So it looks like the reason she did it, it looks like she may have talked to her family with these two, with the house mirroring down here to the birds. She may have talked to her family. This one didn't seem to be much of a concern. It's mostly this one because there was an emotional, loving relationship here. This one looks like it was for fun. This one looks more like a little bit more involved. And then there's something here there's news about his health, news about his legacy here, and it's also quite possibly something that betrayed her reputation. But yeah, that's what I'm getting.
So she talked to her family. We'll definitely have to ask, what do they think? Mom and dad think of their son-in-law? Let's look at what she got first, though.
And it looks like she may have talked mostly to her dad. Here, the clouds is the king of clubs. So she may have.
I think they showed a picture looks like Trump. Thank you, Share Bear. Because they were doing some sort of little thing about how men and women marry their fathers and mothers and people who look like them or resemble them or whatever. Mm-hmm. And apparently her father looks like Donald Trump a little bit.
You know what's funny is I was thinking about like Obama and Michelle, like her mother, lived with them in the White House, and you saw pictures of her with the girls, especially a lot, her granddaughters. Melania's parents live in the Baltimore area, outside of Baltimore, and you never see them at the White House or in photos.
Nope.
And they're pretty much down the street.
What did Melania get in her renegotiation? What'd she get?
Is that what we're asking? What did she get? Or okay.
What did she renegotiate? Like, does she want more money? Does she want the house in the south of this? Or like what is she trying to get out of this? Is it just forbearing or what? Which no, but let's see. We'll pull a rune on that too.
Oh, well, she got a little bit more something.
I think she threatened him with another green jacket maneuver.
Bullied him. Definitely bullied him.
So did I know your PIN number?
Yeah.
So there is here is the marriage. This is also gifts and greed. So there's definitely more money that came out. Here, there is something about it's a strategy. So there's a payment thing, like for the first 6 months after I'm to get $100 a week, something like that. So like a payment plan that has to come out. Fehu is about money. So in possessions, these are one possessions though, but so we got earnings and money and possessions. So there's definitely more money with the runes there. There is also probably a renegotiate of a, what do you call it? NDA. So there's something that she can't reveal, something that she can't talk about here with the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups is probably something he can't say either, but there's some sort of muzzle agreement too between the two of them. There's also something he has almost like a bond, like gold or something that doesn't lose value or increases, or something that she has access to, some sort of something he has seeded and planted, some sort of investment in something that she now has access to. She has a much stronger position than she had before with the Page of Wands and the Strength card. And so it's money and possessions. So she's getting more money, and there might be some sort of bond or something that she has access to. So that's what I get.
It's funny you said that he made her sign a non-disclosure, because I get in the past that she bullied him and threatened to talk about the truth of something that behind the scenes, something else we didn't know about all these affairs. So she was seeking justice. sending him a message, worked out all the details. I get that it's something that leaves her living a lifestyle of luxury, and it's something that he adores. So whether it's like a Mar-a-Lago or Trump Towers or something, I feel property on this, because he looks as women as property. I feel property on this, that she's getting something that he adores. Like it was hard for him to let go. And then I get that love's over again.
That's for sure.
No sharing a bedroom now.
I think he definitely gave her land and money, and he did buy her silence. So that's what I got.
What you get, Becca?
Financial records, an abusive marriage, and then she's stuck here. This is a marriage license. This is a bully. It's also finances and sex right here ongoing. So here is an agreement that is quiet with the ring knighting over to the book, records that are quiet. So this could be the non-disclosure agreement for her to not disclose anything. There was uncertainty or confusion around her financing and resources, hidden documents here, or secret documents, abuse of a child or criticism of a child. She's married, but then right here, she takes off and goes. They move away. This is Baron, her, and then leaving somewhere else. This is financing that's foreign. So she might have asked for something that is financed, but not here. It's far away. The financing has been secured far away. So,
because she knows the U.S. will come after everything he's got.
Yeah, that financing is far away, and it's for her and Baron when they go far away, for when they go on vacation or a trip or whatever. Because if it would have been this way, she would have been secured. But no, it's like it's ending her with an action card with her and Baron. This is 1 year minimum. This is up to 1 year. So there might have been something in that contract that was perhaps ready to be renegotiated anyways, and she took the opportunity because of the sexual affairs here. But it shows her leaving. It shows her going far away somewhere. Foreign, not here. And the finances are over there.
That makes sense.
I mean, steal from the thief. Why not? Oh, wait. Thank you, Cynthia.
What do her parents think of their son-in-law?
The parents think.
What do Melania's parents think of their son-in-law?
Jay said they should give him a sippy cup for his birthday. After seeing him struggle with the glass.
I don't think I've seen them in attendance for anything.
I've seen that one picture of him, and that's when they were showing that he looks like Donald Trump, or the father of Trump.
They weren't even at his inauguration, were they?
I don't know what they were. Thank you, Renee. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that they just got their citizenships here too when they moved. That's the last time I had heard anything, was when I think it was announced and it showed a picture of Melania and her parents, and they were saying that her parents just got citizenship.
Yeah, what did they call those? Bridging or citizenship, like
chaining?
Yeah,
chaining. That's it. Chaining. Trump's against chaining, but yet his own wife did it with her parents.
It's okay if you're white, Jen.
Yeah, they're not Mexican.
So what do Melania's parents think of Trump? What do Melania's parents think of Trump?
Ooh, they fight with him.
They don't come from shithole countries, but they don't want to go back to where they live, though, either. That's interesting. So I get 10 of Pentacles, the World and the 8 of Pentacles. They think he works for money, so that's interesting. But with the runes, I get hardship. So I think they see the relationship between the daughter and the son. There is greed here with Fehu. This is about money. Burkano is carelessness. This is deceit. So they know that he's a liar and a cheat, but he has money. And when you are chasing money, that's all that really matters sometimes. But they know he's a liar and a cheat, but you're a liar and a cheat that's also allowing us to live like we didn't live when we were in our own country, which is interesting.
They see him as unbalanced. The challenge is to put on a good face about it. That he's all worried about image. But he's working in the White House, so they're cooperating. But they see him as the devil. They don't like him. They're not accepting him. He's not in the center of the family. He's not carving the turkey at Christmas.
What you get, Becca?
Did Lori go?
Yeah, go, Lori.
Okay, so I'm with Jen. They talk about him behind his back, and they think he's a con man. They think he's just a salesman, and everything come out of his mouth that doesn't have any real meaning or value. They are appreciative that he helped them, but that's about it. They don't like him.
I'm getting that they see him as a danger to the little one. He puts the little one in danger here, and then there's a message here for him to be a bachelor and have affairs whenever he wants to. They see him as a person that is quite small and losing in celebrity, losing his celebrity status here. The mice takes away, and the child is small. So he's being made smaller, and the smaller he gets, the more dangerous he becomes. They realize that the woman here has a very important decision to make, and that choice that she made was a bad one, because here you got the crossroads with the snakes. So they think she made a bad choice with this guy. He's putting the little one at risk, and also not only that, but multiple betrayals here, lying about affairs, multiple children too. They're also worried about the other children in the family as well, because the children steal. They take away, they steal. It was a gamble that she may have done out of love at one point, but they think he's dangerous. He's a danger. So to the little one, like a freaking snake pit.
He's a bad example.
Yeah.
Among other things.
Yeah.
Well, let's stay on him for a second. Donald Trump's birthday is what, today?
Today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's also something called Obama Appreciation Day. And on Twitter, Donald Trump's birthday was not allowed to trend because everybody was appreciating Barack Obama. How did that make Donald Trump feel?
It was.
I'm pretty sure he's seen it, seeing as how he stays on Twitter.
It was hashtag Obama Appreciation Day, but then there were all these other hashtags that started going, and they all trended more than Trump's birthday. There were 5 or 6 hashtags on Obama, and then there was Trump's not well trending.
So we're asking, how is he feeling that Obama is trending today on his birthday?
All these wonderful pictures of Obama.
Oh, but that's how it works, though. When you spend so much time trying to drag that man down, the world will show you over and over again how you are still not him, no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing?
All you really need to do is release your attachment to him, and then he will stop coming up. I guarantee you.
I don't know if there's a disproportionate number of liberals on Twitter or what, but every time Trump tries to get something trending or his people try to get something trending, it gets knocked out by something horrible.
That's that millennial, because that's the millennials in Twitter was sort of born together, and they know how to keep that stuff going back and forth with each other, and it gets out of control sometimes. But In this instant, not so much. He feels held back. This is stagnation. This is blocked with Isa. This is about something being frozen, block challenges. This is also trying to recover from that. Here is the opposition as well, and the confusion with the 7 of Cups. He doesn't know where this came from because this is not something he authorized. It's not like an official day or anything like that. So he is very confused, and he is upset that he was blocked from his online celebration. What is maroon? I can't. What you get, Lori?
Jen, you going? Or am I going?
You can go.
Okay. He's going to say something really stupid, and he's angry. He's already had a fit about it. His family's trying to calm him down and make him the star that he so longs to be. But he already unleashed he's not a happy dude at all.
Oh.
Yeah, he couldn't even get his plans going for his birthday. He felt betrayed, and this was a transition from his supporters, that he felt trapped, stuck, like his supporters weren't able to get across his trend. So, he was looking to his little emissaries, his little Trumpsters, to tweet about him, but truth came out, judgment came out.
What you got, Becca?
Here's Trumpy Trump with the man wanting to go to a party to have a good time, but the masses here, the public came out in abundance against him. It's causing a lot of worry and anxiety. Also, he may be a little bit angry because of this anxiety. He feels like they're taking away from him, so he may look to take away money as well.
He wants to lash out.
Yeah. To take away money. Steal money.
It's funny. They were talking about that they're running Trump's commercials for running, for re-election in DC to try to help calm him down, because he doesn't have voters in DC, but they're running them in DC to try to calm him down.
Yeah, that's what his campaign is spending the money on, to make him feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw something too where he was wanting to fire his campaign people because his polls are down so bad. It's like, it's not their fault, dude. Everybody just hates you. So.
He wants CNN to apologize for the last poll.
Oh,
because it showed him not winning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's stay on him a little bit more. He made a speech. What did the cadets think of his speech? Of his word salad that he usually gives.
Yeah, I did see on Twitter one picture of a cadet who opened up his jacket, and I can't remember what the T-shirt was. Like, I think it was F Trump, if I remember right. Underneath this, because they got called back during a pandemic to have to listen to that publicity, political rally speech.
What do
Captain Bone Spurs is going to come talk to the soldiers? Get out of here.
Yeah.
During a pandemic.
Oh, Lord. This is okay. So I start with the 3 of Pentacles. This is them having to show up for the thing. And then there's a 5 of Cups after it. So there's some regret and I don't want to do this, so forth and so forth. And then there's the disappointment. They think he's childish because this was not really a speech, it was a rally. And then I have, I think this is algaes is what this is called. Yes, algaes. This is trying to ward off evil. This is protection. This is...
It's a prayer handkerchief.
Yes. They didn't want to be there and Some of them hoped for rain. I would just say it that way. But they didn't want to be there, and they definitely didn't want to hear him talk. And then after he talked, they just thought it was immature. Like, that's not how a commander in chief is supposed to speak. And so, leave it to military people to know that. What you get, Jill?
I got that they think, well, on the bottom, this is his legacy. They think he's already transitioning out, and he's just not accepting it. So, he's the star. He wanted to give the speech, and they got forced to cooperate with it. And they think this was like the end of a cycle. Like this is over. He's now in defense mode, and he's just the hangman hanging around that won't go. So I don't get support. I don't get, they just feel like he's on his way out. An act of desperation, I guess is the word for it.
I got some of the same cards. They thought he was just trying to steal their show. They wanted they felt used so he could come speak to try to bring balance to his supporters and other GOP members. But it was just drama, and all about the celebrity.
Was there a woman with him?
A photo option, opportunity.
Was there a woman with him?
Mm-hmm.
We have a female here, but I don't know. I didn't see the speech. I just saw the thing.
Yeah, because I didn't see it either. But I'm getting a career woman comes to visit, and then there's a corrupt institution or a nervous institution. But I'm picking up a woman here, so I don't know if he made her or his wife tag along. So they may have been happier to see her. But it's a nervous institution, a corrupt institution. It looks like it diminishes from the reputation of the institution as well. So, but it looks like they may have been happier to see a woman. I don't know who this is. I don't know if he took his wife with him or what. Made her tag along or what, but no.
Or his new press secretary, what's her name?
Yeah, whoever that woman is, it looks like they were happier to see her for her to come visit than him.
So. Well, let's look at voter stuff right now. Why is he against paper ballots? Why is he against write-in ballots, I should say? Mail-in ballots. Why is he so against it?
When he's used them himself.
I mean, this is harder to hack. I mean, you can always lose some, but still.
Harder for Russia to meddle with.
Why does he not want mail-in ballots?
There's an anxiety card again.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. So I get Kanaz is the first one. This is instability, exposure, and false hope. And so this is, he needs something to be electronic so that something can be, what do you call it? Not hacked, but it can be questioned. It can be he wants as much confusion around it as possible. That way you can't decipher it, and it's going to take you 3.5 years for you to actually figure out what went wrong by the time he's still president. This is the gift. This is the engagement, marriage, partnership type thing. So he needs confusion around support, and not just confusion around support, but confusion around numbers. Here with Ingwas, this is a movement without change. So he needs, thank you, SO. He needs things to stay the same. He needs things to look confusing, and then you need a deep dive in an investigation. But again, by that time, he's already president. So he needs things to go his way, and paper ballots or mail-in ballots will screw that up. So what y'all get, Jim?
Yeah, I got what's been done in the past and done over and over again with the votes. Stealing and keeping things hidden. They're out in the cold from now. They can't do it. So heartbreak. So, where he wanted to balance the votes, now he doesn't know if he can do it.
What'd you
He
get,
doesn't
Lauren?
know if he can manipulate the electoral college.
Yeah, he doesn't want them because he can't manipulate them, and he can't get another leader to help him.
And it's interesting, your leader's on its side too, so like they have a handicap too.
Yeah, I think it blocks the manipulation that he wants, that he's requested.
What'd you get, Becca?
I'm kind of getting the same thing because it'll cut his security. This is security. It cuts and then it gets delayed and obstructed here. And then here's the elections, a choice, and then quite possibly Russia. Multiple obstacles here for Russia. If I read the bear as Russia, it will allow people to move forward, hacking institutions, cutting off institutions here. Creating confusion and obstacles, and then this is a best friend or someone that is growing in the polls here. So it's basically, if this is news delivery and mail, they want to block the mail and create confusion so that this person here has an easier chance of hacking institutions and blocking this so that this person doesn't continue to grow. So it's, yeah, like you guys said, Russia wouldn't have a back door to cheat. So
Right. I got the institutions too with the 10 of Pentacles.
So I want to stay on voting for right now and look at the Electoral College. Well, first, let's do this one. Trump and Barr want to put in place some sort of watch the polls people. Like they want people to go down and make sure that there's no voter fraud growing. They're not official anybody. They're not police. They're not hired by the state government or anything like that. They're just people who are supposed to go down and intimidate other voters from coming down there. When I was in Mississippi, they tried this too and said that people are going to be down there watching. And then they showed pictures of people with guns and things like that, or just random wackos walking around with guns. Now, they weren't at the polls, but they were showing these pictures to sort of instill in you that this is what might come down there. So make sure you're doing the right thing. So will he try some voter intimidation is what I want to know first. With having people go to the polls, like Barr's secret police force.
Well, Republicans have already said they're sending like 50,000 people out to monitor the polls.
mm-hmm. That's the only thing they got left in their playbook. Voter intimidation, voter suppression, and that's it. That's it. So the question was, is he going to try to intimidate?
Mm-hmm. I get yes. At 7 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a plan that's been in the works, and now it is coming to fruition here around Donald Trump's campaign. The conflict here with the 5 of Wands, and then there is the Judgment. This is something they did in the past. It's going to kind of turn out like it did in the past too, to where, yes, you can try to send somebody down there, but that just means the other side is going to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And as you see right now with all of the protests going on, these are probably people you don't want to mess with because it's more of them than it is of you. So yeah, he is going to try.
It's funny, Trump shows up as the King of Swords when he's in fight mode, you know. So he's showing up as King of Swords here is challenges to cover it up because everybody knows he's going to try this. It's sending a message to the voters and, distinguishing who can vote, who can't. Trying to affect the balance and having some out in the cold from it. There's going to be some attention drawn on this, though. There's going to be some light shed on it and what is going on within the government and voter suppression, because Pentacles for me are votes.
Yeah, I think there's going to be conspiring to move some of the polls and last minute just up and move them, so people will go to the wrong place and they'll be mad, and maybe even making them wait with long lines and thinking that they'll just take advantage of them not knowing, that just taking it for granted that they should just go do their vote at the same place and then just move it.
Vote early, people, if your state allows it.
I only pulled one card to get a yes. No, I got this one. That's a yes. Yeah, he's going to try.
So will the Electoral College and the popular vote go to the same person?
That's a good question.
Because this is how we ended up where we are now. Hillary won, and then he got the job.
Well, it happened to Gore too, right?
Oh, mercy. I got 3 aces, so I'm just going and say yes.
Yeah. Sun card and victory. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Going to go to the same person. That's why he doesn't want the write-ins. Going to go to both.
You mix that up. How'd that happen? I've never seen 3 aces come out like that.
So I have a follow-up question to that.
Okay.
What'd you get, Lori?
I'm getting a no.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting a fight with a decision and a wait.
He's going to contest it.
Fully.
I got that a while back that no matter what happens, he's not going to be happy. Even if he won, like Hillary, he's going to.
Maybe that's what that's about.
But he's going to say somebody cheated.
He can start a fight over it. Yeah.
I'm getting a no too, and he's going to try to get it to favor him.
Mm-hmm. He's going to contest it.
Yeah, maybe mine are just about his reaction,
Will we know election night who won? Or will it be later?
That's
yes, no. Will we know election night who won?
Will we know election night? Clearly not.
I get maybe. So I'm going to say no, which is strange, because I get the 7 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles. Something is being withheld here with both things, and then the Hierophant. So something is being withheld for clarification.
So that tells me there's a lot of write-in votes.
Yeah.
Because I get the same thing, like it's up in the air still, and they kind of know who's going to win, but they keep a lid on it.
Because I think, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I think people are waiting to hear more, and it's just still a waiting game, and they're upset that they wait, and then there's going to be a lot of speculation.
It may even go to the courts.
Oh my gosh. I can't handle it.
That's a no.
Nope,
That's just taken away, cutting off.
Yep, it's no, because there's going to be news of cheating and cutting people out.
Mm-hmm.
So buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be real crazy.
So let's see. I want to go from the crazy to the grotesque. Will the KKK be labeled as a terrorist organization at any point?
Or any white supremacist group besides the Russian imperialists. That's the only one they've named, and they're not really doing anything. Like, they won't arrest them. They will only put sanctions against them. So none of the U.S.-based ones have ever been put on the list. Proud Boys, was it the Boogaloo Boys or whatever they're called?
Boogaloo?
Yeah.
I didn't. Boogaloo was part of them.
Yeah, they're all white supremacist groups. And KKK, which has been around the longest.
Because here's my thing is, you have the freedom to be a hatred-filled person. You just don't have the right to terrorize people, but you have the right to not like anybody. So that's why I was always like, I don't know if they'll be able to do that.
The one chance would have been, I think, after Charlottesville, because the Proud Boys were there big time. Well, not the one chance, but the big opportunity would have been after that.
I still get, I get Gebo. This is friendship and sacrifice and all that. But Urus and Isa. So there is hypermasculinity that is tamed, but it is not destroyed. Here is my America card. This is the 6 of Wands, so there's some sort of victory. But the Emperor, I still don't get like it's labeled a terrorist organization. It gets labeled something else. It's kind of like it gets on a watch list, like the FBI watch list, or they target individuals. I just don't see that. I just don't see them being branded as a terrorist organization. Unfortunately. What'd you get, Lori?
I got sort of a mixed bag. I feel like they're going to take somebody out. There's going to be some sort of murder, or they take someone out, but there will be a coalition or some documents to come to try to get them put on that list. But it's going to take heaven and earth to get them there. They're going to cause some major problems. It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, I get they're burdened if they do it. They're protected by Republicans, and they feel like they've got the law on their side, so they feel strong. But if they do something erratic, then there's another opportunity.
You got Becca?
I got the lilies, the mountain, and the whip. The purist here, there's a block and a delay and then it's going to cause a lot of fighting. This could be conservatives, because the lily is an older white man, conservative, veteran sort of type of thing. So this might be something that takes a very long time with the lilies and the mountains here. But it's going to cause a lot of fighting. I asked for a clarifier. I got the storks, which is a positive, but this is talking about a change. So they may change it and upgrade it to something else for this to happen, because it looks like the way that it is, it causes fighting, and it keeps repeating the same obstacles to getting it there. So they have to change it somehow to get it there. So I don't know what else you would document them as other than domestic terrorist. I mean, I don't know. You know?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. What I do want to know is sort of along the same vein. A lot of Confederate crap is coming down in this country. A lot of statues, a lot of flags, a lot of all that. Will we see it wiped out from all governmental property and flags in all 50 states? Or I should say in all the states that it's in.
NASCAR not allowing the Confederate flag, that was a big
I got to do a reading on them too, but it's a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to take forever, so I didn't write it down. But
I just don't get it. Did these people not get taught that in school?
No, because here's someone who I talked to, unfortunately, when I worked with them. It's not because he had one on his belt, and so he likes, because it's the rebel flag. It's not a Confederate flag. He said it has nothing to do with slavery or hatred, or because I'm not racist. You think I was like, I just Google it. You live in the age of Google. You have Google in your hand. You don't even have to go nowhere. Just Google it now, and you'll see. Like, I'm not making it up. And they're not.
No, they have no. They didn't pay attention in school. They have no idea.
And the NASCAR, they got the American flag and then the Confederate flag right under it, which makes no sense.
No.
One is a direct affront to the other one. So
yeah. One committed treason on the other, and we all know how that ended.
And then the NASCAR guy quit because they were taking it down. He said they should be able to fly whatever. And I'm like, okay, put the swastika up there too and see how people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just, I mean, if you can fly whatever, then put that up there too. I just can't. So will it be wiped out? And then I have a piggyback on that because Churchill, there's a statue in London that they're trying to take down, and they boarded it up so that people couldn't knock it over. So I'm gonna look at that.
Of William Churchill?
Yes, or whatever his name was.
Winston.
Winston.
Oh, Winston. What was I thinking? Winston.
So will the Confederacy be wiped out of governmental property? Is what I want.
There's some big money behind that to keep it going.
Because Mississippi it's on their flag, for God's sake. So
I know.
That's the biggest one. And see, there's another thing. I live down the street from a guy. He's got a big giant redneck truck, and he's got an American flag on the back and a Confederate flag on the back. And they're both giant because they fly in the wind as he drives down the street. And I'm just thinking, like, what are you doing? Put a I'm with stupid flag and point it at yourself too, because I don't understand. One is a direct affront to the other one. Just all you got to do is Google it. I know you got Google because you didn't buy that flag in the store. You bought it anyway. What y'all get?
I'm getting we're stuck right now. There are challenges to end all this symbolism. They've made some progress here at the root of it. But like Lori said, there's some money behind it. And until they disrupt that money that comes into our government, we're left, with defending and protecting it.
Yeah, big
disrupt the money flow from some of these good old boy CEOs.
Nazi memorabilia all over Germany.
Mm-hmm.
They call it the Brotherhood of America, the Sons of America.
The stupid ones of America.
The Sons of America, the Brotherhood and the Sons of America will put up a big fight. But eventually, after this fight, there will be progress. It's a big old fight first. But there will be progress.
I am getting that things will be vandalized and destroyed here with the mice. And there may be something, I mean, it starts off with the no, because this is a negative, and then it ends in two neutrals. So it's kind of like saying no, stuff is just going to continue to be destroyed and vandalized. But there may be something here about silencing people from speaking, because we have the birds here followed by the books. So perhaps they hang on to an argument that this is our free speech, blah, blah, blah. You're silencing free speech here. But it looks like vandalism continues. So for now, I'm not seeing it.
I don't understand. Like, if you have racist parents, yes, sometimes you raise racist children. Other times, like my family, my parents were both racist. None of the kids are. So like we saw how my parents were and decided to be different. Why is it that some kids can grow up in a racist home and get out of that mindset and others can't?
I don't know. Do they? Probably because they move away, Jen. maybe you physically uproot and move out of that environment and go live amongst more open-minded people, maybe.
I don't know. I was never prejudiced even as a small child, even though my parents were.
I just always struggle with the whole thing of it's a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in some people because it's a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's in some people, or it's realized in some people to where maybe they wouldn't have a preconceived notion until they heard it.
Yeah.
And now they do, because my father was racist too. My sister, well, one of them kind of is too, because she's his twin. Me, I couldn't imagine being that way because it's stupid. But I have more of a logical mind than she does. She's more of an emotional person. Thank you, Melissa. So I still struggle with somebody taught it to you. I think it's in some people.
I think it's in some people, and they just can't think for themselves. Like they have to have an authority thing hanging over them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's fear.
Thank you, Laura. I don't know. It's all stupid to me because all our skin is the same color. It's just a different shade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if people who are pale or white go out in the sun and turn brown, they don't get the brown from the sun. They already are brown. It just, unless you're Irish, and then, like I said, we keep you on the prayer list because y'all don't know how to tan because God just didn't give it to you, but that's okay. You are who you are supposed to be. But on the Confederate thing, I do get that it is going to be a struggle here with the Nine of Wands, but there will be, it'll have to be somebody that's in charge to actually push this through and to make this a federal thing or whatever they can do. Kind of like you can't have the religious thing in school, so it'll probably be that type of thing, even though it should be sort of a no-brainer because it's a direct affront to who we are now. But anyway, so over in London, the Winston Churchill statue, they want to take it down too. What's his name? Johnson said, leave it. It's not a bad thing. So is it coming down? Are people going to vandalize it? Are people going to tear it down?
I haven't been following this story, and I'm not sure I'm understanding it because he got him through World War II as like a hero. So I'm not sure like why they wanted to get down.
Think me, myself, and I. Let me see. There was a specific reason, but it basically is the same with all of our people from the past. You know, yes, they did good things, but they were horrible people on the side, type of thing. Like George Washington may have won the war, but he also owned slaves.
Yeah,
and so they akin him to that type of thing because they put racist all over the statue, and so they wanted to come down.
Okay.
They say he was a racist.
That's something in my history books that I did not know and learn because we had
Educate me.
Yeah. We had horrible school books when I was in school, so I was not aware he was a racist.
Let's see.
Thank you, Melissa and Jody.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Melissa. They said he clearly made racist statements. This is back in the day that are unacceptable to us today. This is what Johnson said, Boris Johnson. But it's a permanent reminder of his achievement to the country, from fascist and racist tyranny. And so Johnson's saying what he did for us sort of overrides who he was as a person. And then you get the in the wake of George Floyd, everybody wants everything that has to do anything with race to come down. Mm-hmm. So they are trying to tear this statue down because of who he was personally, which, I mean,
so if they don't guard it 24/7, somebody's going to take it down.
And that's what I think. I get the Nine of Wands and the Devil. So somebody may be trying, because they already are. It's boarded up. I need to find the picture. They got it wrapped up in something. Like you can't get to it, but of course, naturally, people put pictures and paint on the outside of it. But That's what it looks like.
Okay.
It's
Just a big box.
It's
Yeah.
in a box. Wow. Okay.
They've completely shielded it off
Hmm.
from the world.
It's like put it in a museum or in his home at Blenheim.
What do you got, Becca?
I'm getting that it's something historical that has history here. There's respect and wisdom for something that he did, but eventually it looks like it gets transferred. They may transfer it somewhere, move it. This is an action card, so they might move it somewhere.
Yeah, victory with blocking because there's people of different perspectives on him.
Yeah.
So they realize that the emotions are running high, but there's a new action that's taken too. So they block it somehow, put it somewhere safe.
Yeah, I think they're going to move it.
They're going to move it?
Vote to move it.
Because, mind you, this is something even Trump was saying is when he was trying to defend the Confederate statues, that all these guys are bad. Should we take down Abraham? Should we take down George? Should we take down? And everybody's like, yes, take it all down. So that's one of those things of contention that are going to grow and grow and grow. Well, but speaking of protest, Canada is now having a round of protests itself. There is a chief. I wrote his name down. Where is it? It's Chief Alan Adam in Alberta. He was outside of a casino, and the police rolled up. I guess they had been following him, is what he claims. One of the police went up to his wife, and he said manhandled her, and so he started to fight the police, and then the police dragged him to the ground and started punching him. And so he took pictures of his face, and he's got bruises and cuts and scrapes and all this type of stuff. And so his lawyer is now, I guess, going after the police, and now they have anti-police protests where he is. So will this get worse, or will theirs sort of die down? Because he is what they call First Nations people, which is our Native Americans, what we call it here. And so he is a chief, not just, some random Native American guy. He is chief. I forget what the tribe he is from, but he is a chief. And so he's going to make, of course, a very big deal out of this because he was beat up, essentially.
I'm getting a mix of apathy and support. Apathy and support.
I don't think it gets worse. I
don't think it gets worse either, but it doesn't get better. It's like
stuck in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing really changed, but nothing really got out of hand.
Yeah. Contentment, confusion, support, and then things off kilter, and it's tribal almost. It's like we're not one big happy family. It's
right. I got some of the very same cards. It's very it's a mixed bag. It's up and down, up and down. One day there's more unrest and people are upset, and then the next day it's okay, and then the next day then there's more unrest. And
I'm getting a senior person here that is in a position of authority, so like an older, wiser person that's very powerful. There's danger here to their legacy, but then it ends here with fraud, manipulation, and quite possibly investigation. So I don't know if this is going to end up with some sort of an investigation that comes out of it because of something that was dangerous that was done here, perhaps the physical body, but I'm ending with an investigation for some reason. Fraud, manipulation.
I get that this would be someone in charge. I don't know if it goes as high as Trudeau, of course, knows about it because it's all over the news. But there's someone down on the chain that would take a more direct approach. They start some sort of new negotiation or talk or something of that nature, but something is being looked into. There will be an attempt to create some sort of support, some sort of new action with that Queen of Wands. There's some sort of new action that they are going to try to bring about. It's not going to be an easy road, though, because this is one of those things that highlights what's missing. And so then you have to get over that hump first, and then you can get to the healing part. But it has to get ugly first, just like any other wound. You have to go through a healing process. There has to be a scab. You have to clean it up, that whole thing. So it's not going away right now, but I don't see we're burning up our own stuff like we're doing here, but that's a whole nother thing. So let's switch. Does it matter who Joe Biden picks at this point?
He's supposedly down to 4 top contenders. Does it matter who his VP is?
Does it matter?
At this point, do we even care? I mean, some of us, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
of course we care.
I don't. To be honest,
I care, but I'm voting blue no matter who, because otherwise you got 4 more years of Trump. So it's I care, but it doesn't really matter because I'm.
I guess if you look at it right that way, but okay. But for any swing people, you would want, if anything happened to Biden, that person would become president. So you don't want to just put any nitwit in there,
like Trump. Hello, any nitwit on our side is better than Trump.
I would vote for Daffy Duck right now.
I'm telling you, party for president. I nominate him.
But here's the thing. Here's why I don't care. Is because our election season lasts too long. And there are some people who have the stamina for it, and then there are some people like B who's please just get it over with. They have been running for president for 2 years, and we don't have nobody to look forward to other than Joe Biden. So at this point, I don't care. Just get him in, get the other one out, and let's go forward from there. Then I can care after that. But right now, I don't care.
This isn't loud for you, is it, Jenny? You can't hear the charms, can you?
No, it's good.
So I got radio. This is messages back and forth. This is also demotion in some cases, but this is messages back and forth. Unyo, this is about harmony and deliverance. Please deliver us from evil. And then Ansus, this would be like the Democratic Party. Ansus is the name for the gods that live in Usgard, but this is basically the Democrats. So yes, it matters because people want to hear a certain name. But as far as votes go, no, because the alternative creates disappointment. So it's not something that is going to sway people to not vote for him, but they do want to hear certain names.
Yeah, I get that. It's inspiring if it's someone they're aligned with. So, if you have a favorite and you're aligned to them, it's inspiring. It might get you out quicker to go vote or whatever to make sure you vote. But there's a sense of nostalgia and people feeling left out and abandoned. And that's over Trump and the anxiety that he causes. So I get that there is strength coming out for Biden, no matter who he picks.
I think they want there to be an attraction, like an attractor factor.
Mm-hmm.
And also someone that, the media can say, well, in case there is a big problem with somebody's health, they can have good foreign communications and know what they're doing. But that's just kind of what they would like. Probably not, but it just makes it sweeter. It sweetens the deal.
I'm getting that. Yeah, it does matter because moving ahead, we have whoever it is going to be faced with difficult choices, and you're going to need somebody with experience here that's going to be able to navigate. Also, the elections themselves can be difficult, or perhaps will be difficult. Moving towards the winter, but it just looks like, yes, they're looking for someone that has experience that can navigate the poop that needs to be cleaned right now.
It almost sounded like you said, yes, it matters because winter is coming.
Yes, winter is coming.
We've been in the red wedding, right?
Yeah. It's been 3.5 years of nothing but the red wedding. Let it be over.
Well, speaking of supporters, let's talk about, we'll shift yet again to Tucker Carlson. He said some garbage, naturally, because that's his job, but T-Mobile has pulled back from his show, which goes in the pile of the other supporters that he has lost over the administration over these last 3 years. So is this a trend? Is he's going to start losing more, especially with... Okay, let me say this, just a little aside. If you are not black, whatever color, race you are, and you're not sure what to say in these times, don't say anything.
Right.
And definitely do not post it online. If you have to make some sort of statement because everybody's looking at you, then just say, I'm listening, or I stand, or whatever the hell. But don't go out and say anything because people are on edge. And it's not even you. It's not even you as a person. No one's going to call you. You may not be a racist. You could have black children at home that you cherish and love more than yourself. But they're still going to look at you some kind of way if you say something that is slightly misconstrued. If you go out in public and say the word black instead of African American, some people hair stand on end. So it's like, just, I understand everybody is tense, but if you're not sure what to say, don't say nothing. Just protect yourself, okay?
Is this about the fight he got into with Elmo?
He said something about the George Floyd. That's why I had my little aside moment. He said something about the George Floyd thing, and naturally, when you don't know what, this is why I was saying that. If you don't know what to say, don't say nothing. But he was meant to talk garbage because that's what they do. But he lost a giant supporter in T-Mobile. So is this a trend? Is he going to lose more? Is he going to be on radio with the rest of them people?
That seems to have a domino effect over there.
Yes. Was it Bill O'Reilly, though? He was a pervert and blamed God for it. But the rest of them, they seem to lose their sponsors and then their job.
Well, look at Laura Ingraham.
Yeah.
She's running circles around Tucker Carlson, and she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
She did. When she did the Nazi salute, I thought that would have been the end of her, but no.
Nope, because my pillow guy really likes Fox News.
Yeah, I get this as inspiring other sponsors to look at whether or not they want to move forward with them. And I get, because he's the devil. And there's a lot of anxiety going along. There's a lot of problems and obstacles with this guy. And there's an abundance. I get an abundance of sponsors that are looking at taking a new action. Not just a few, an abundance.
What'd you get, Lori? It's funny. I want to hear it too.
I can't. My pillow guy just, I just about fell off my chair. I laughed so hard when he made his appearance. All right, he's going to lose. He's going to lose someone else. Someone else is going to make a cut. That's what I'm getting.
What'd you get, Becca?
I'm getting that here's your advertisers. Moving forward, they have decisions to make or choices to make, but they come to an end. It's like some of them just decide not to, and it's permanent. Some of them permanently just walk away. There's contracts here within this organization that are a bit shady. There's a loss of support here in the public too. But however, at the end of the day with it, even though he's delivering news that is false to manipulate, his career is still secure here. And right here, he's still secure and grounded. He's stuck. He's grounded. So he loses a little bit here, because the mice takes away little by little by little by little. But he's stuck. He's secure. He's grounded. He's not going anywhere.
The irony of this, of him working for a network that in the Lenormand, the fox is manipulative. A lot. I get the money man here. There is some manipulations and some strain. So there will be some money strains around the person who talks. He will have to defend, or the network will have to defend. And this is when they start to change what he says and who he is. He's still there. But when they come down on you with the book and say, okay, we can't, like they did with the not hydroxychloroquine, when they did with the COVID, this is not a hoax. We can't keep saying that. And then if you come out and say it, then your ass is gone, type of thing. So that's what's kind of happening right now, is they're going to come down and say there are certain things if he has to talk about them, there's a certain way he has to talk about, and they're all scripted. So it ain't like he has to really come up with nothing. So yeah, they're going to basically censor him, but yeah, he's still there, unfortunately.
But he really did get into a fight with Elmo from Sesame Street, Johnny.
What in the world was that?
Well, he had a segment where Sesame Street was teaching little kids that racism is bad.
Uh-huh.
He did a whole show bashing Elmo because this is what the liberals are doing to our kids. Like, that racism is bad. Like, you're going to get into a fight with Elmo. Like,
for a whole hour.
For some reason, that's worse than Nunes and the cow. It's like, what is wrong with y'all?
Oh, God.
Elmo,
you little Elmo. Mm-mm.
It's a puppet. It's not even a Muppet. A Muppet and a puppet is two different things. It's a puppet. Calm down, Tucker. I almost said something else, but I'm a BPG at the moment.
He got out his petty boots for that one.
His super boots for that one. So let's since we're on the grotesque already, let's even get grosser. Did Trump and Putin plan to bankrupt the country? Was that part of their scheme?
Even before this bug, we were already bankrupted pretty much. We've got so much debt. Part of how they're dividing us up and bankrupting us and just destroying everything about America.
Yes, in a way. The star is about the future, so it was meant to cripple things going forward. So it was like this should not just last 8 years. If he was to get reelected, this should be something that they cannot recover from in the next 10 to 20 type thing. That way we can be seen as a mega power, and you can't put sanctions on us because you ain't got no money and you don't have no power. You don't have no this. You don't have no standing in the world. Yes, here with the Ace of Cups and the off balance with that Two of Pentacles. And then there's their major scheme. And then this one is about demotion with Radio. So yes, there was supposed to be a standing in the world was supposed to come down, which, I mean, they kind of done that.
Yeah, I get treachery and Putin. I get my yes card, the Ace of Cups. and doing things the way that he's done in the past. It's a way of trapping people in America. And then I have my America card. It's a way of trapping people to get them to think like they do. They thought it would happen quicker. But I get another yes card too with the Ace of Swords.
Yeah, I got the same treachery card, the lies and the deceit. They wanted to change our fortune with their fortune and some of our assets and things that are solid, like bonds and assets, and maybe even the sale of some buildings. But yeah, it was yes. So my answer is yes.
Yep. It was dangerous to cause damage, cause significant harm, to cut him off. And that was a very important hope, wish, dream, and aspiration of theirs. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we got one more, and we'll end on a lighter note. What does Donald Trump read? He doesn't read his briefings. They say he won't read it unless his name is in it, but I'm guaranteeing you he still ain't reading it. Just read it to him. Tell me what it says.
He looks at pictures. He'll look at a graph.
He's held the Bible and his Art of the Deal. He doesn't read either one. What does he read?
Picture pop-up books.
Color by numbers.
Tarot cards.
Well, that's too sophisticated there.
He'd have to know what they mean, but he would make up his own meaning.
I wonder if he has some sort of realization to his psychic ability, since everybody has one. I mean, he unfortunately has one too, but see, Asante was. So the cover of his Hitler books. One of y'all said that. Oh Lord, Mad Magazine. Let's see. What does he read?
I don't think he's reading Shakespeare, the classics. Just say that. I doubt seriously if he's ever read a school book.
He's probably reading his love letters from KJU.
I wonder. Okay, I mean, look. Wait a minute. I don't get. Wait a minute. Let me pull one room. How about that? Okay, fine. Did you get it?
I can't do this.
What did you got?
Let it out, Jen. Let it out. What?
It's something he has to sneak away to read. There's a little bondage in it. He gets quite content when he reads it, and there's probably a little I'm trying to think of a way of saying it. There's probably a little
reaching the mountaintop.
There's a little after he reads it.
It's a painful exercise.
What you get, Lori?
He is not master of his own domain. I'll put it that way. Any Jerry Seinfeld fans out there?
I'm still getting Penthouse.
That's what I'm getting.
Oh Lord.
I think maybe a little Hustler too, because the devil's a little seedier like Hustler.
And maybe the directions for Viagra.
Oh. Look at the bottle. Take one or two. Okay. What you get?
Well, I get that he has difficulties reading, has a hard time reading, and this is him looking at a book. Okay, that book may have to do with physical activity that is pleasurable. However, his preference might be a little bit more pain and punishment here on that side, and he keeps it hidden and he keeps it obscured, but it's mostly around models here. Models, tall, lanky women that are beautiful, that he finds to be beautiful, an abundance of them too. It looks like he also likes to read his bank statements and to see how his money is being elevated and growing. But it looks like the books are of the pleasurable physical activity variety. So, yeah. But he does have difficulty reading, though. He does have difficulty reading. He struggles with it.
So it's for the pictures and not the articles.
Yeah, for the pictures.
Okay. So I was like, okay, with the cards that I got, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's like the Hitler book, right? But there's some sort of activity here with the racing of the chariot, right? But and this one I'm like, okay, maybe it's the Hitler thing, but I don't have a person in here. But there's some sort of friction and activity. Okay. And then there's the devil right after that.
They make P-Way jelly for that now.
Okay, you guys.
Now this one, it does not mean this. Well, it can, because it is to me. This is my card. It's what it said to me. Whatever it is, this is where I get with the activity. It increases heart rate. Okay. And then there is some sort of advantage. So he likes bondage type stuff. He likes
Dominatrix.
Mm-hmm.
Purely for entertainment purposes only.
There's also something that
Pain and punishment sort of stuff.
there's a ring that some men use when they can't
God, Johnny.
the entire time. So it's something is tied up, is what I'm saying. That's there. So yes, that's what he reads. That was the questions.
How to help himself perform better.
Yes. And so, I mean, hey, if his wife lives on the other side of the country, what is he supposed to do? So there you go. So y'all have a good night.
We just grossed out all our audience.
Y'all be all right. Y'all be all right.
Paula White,
Paula White.
Ew.
his spiritual advisor.
Is she even still there?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I take the friction over her. I can't. She grows. She looks like a skeleton. She grows his neck out.
Jacob.
Y'all have a good night, and we shall see y'all on Jen's channel next week.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us, Lori.
Lori.
Thank you for calling, Lori.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Hey.